Hello everyone, welcome you back to the 12th standard mathematics class. So yesterday we have seen the exercise number 3.1 and there are remaining 6 sums, right? So now I am going to give you the assignment, that remaining 6 sums. So let me give you some hints. For there is a quadratic equation like this, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. How do we form the roots, and or how do we form another quadratic equation from this? We have seen some examples in that, right? So how can we write? That is summation, what that is equal to sum of the roots. See here, it is a quadratic equation, so there will be two roots, right? That is alpha and beta. Summation 1 will be equal to alpha plus beta is equal to minus b divided by a, and then summation 2 will be, that is product of the roots, that is alpha beta is equal to c divided by a. This will be in the case of quadratic equation. Suppose when we are taking the cubic polynomial equation like this, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. In this case, how can we write? That is summation 1 equal to, see here it is a cubic equation, therefore there will be 3 roots, that is alpha, beta and gamma. So sum of the roots will be alpha plus beta plus gamma, which is equal to minus b divided by a. And again summation 2, which is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma. In this case, what will be the answer? See here, it is c by a. And then summation 3, which is the product of the roots, alpha, beta, gamma, which will be equal to minus b divided by a. See, this will be in the case of cubic polynomial equation. Now, for degree 4 polynomial equation, that is ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus equal to 0. See here, it is a degree of this equation is 4, therefore the number of roots will be 4, that is alpha, beta, gamma and delta. For here summation 1 will be sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, which is minus b divided by a. And then summation 2 will be alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus alpha delta plus beta gamma plus beta delta plus gamma delta, which will be equal to c divided by a. And here summation 3, next term. How can we find the summation 3? That is alpha beta gamma delta plus alpha gamma delta plus alpha beta delta, which will be equal to minus b divided by a. And then the fourth summation 4 is equal to product of the roots, right? Alpha, beta, gamma and delta, which will be equal to e divided by a from this equation. So from these are the hints for the next 6 sums of exercise 3.1. These 6 sums will be the assignment for you. You can do it in your home. Okay. So now we are going to move on to the next chapter. You are going to move on to the next chapter, that is 3.4, which is nature of roots and nature of coefficients of the polynomial equation. Till now we have seen the roots of the polynomial equation. Now in this chapter we are going to see the nature of the roots and the nature of coefficients of the polynomial equation. See here we have subdivisions. What are the types of roots? We have irrational roots, rational roots, imaginary roots, right? So 3.4.1, it is imaginary roots. Imaginary roots where do we have here this imaginary roots? We have heard it in the complex numbers, right? So complex numbers. How can we explain a complex number? Alpha plus I beta. This form of number is called as complex number. Here alpha is the real part and this is the imaginary part. So this whole number is called as the imaginary root. For example, for a quadratic equation like this, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. For this quadratic equation with real coefficients, see a, b and c are real numbers. You are considered to be these numbers as real numbers. For a quadratic equation, if alpha plus I beta is a root, then definitely alpha minus I beta will also be a root of this quadratic equation. This is called as conjugate. This number is called as conjugate number. Okay, so for this they have given an theorem. We can explain this in a theorem. Theorem 3.2. It is a naming theorem, that is complex conjugate theorem. Complex conjugate, a very important theorem. This is a naming theorem of this chapter. Okay, what I have given is, if a complex number which is named as z0, okay, is a root of a quadratic equation, root of a quadratic equation with real coefficients. See, in this chapter the coefficients of the polynomial equation matters a lot. So this is an important matter, with real coefficient. Then the complex conjugate. What is the complex conjugate of this number? Is it not complex? We have assumed this number to be a complex number, right? Complex conjugate. The complex conjugate of z0 can be written as z0 bar is also the root of the same equation. The same equation, that is this quadratic equation. Okay, so what they have given? They have given a complex number z0. If this is the root of a quadratic equation which has the real coefficients, then the complex conjugate z0 bar is also the root of the same equation. We have to prove this. For this, let us take a polynomial equation. P of x is equal to a n x power n ax minus 1 x power n minus 1 plus etc. Okay, a into x plus a naught equal to 0. Let us consider this to be the polynomial equation. Okay, see here they have this is not a quadratic equation, this is a polynomial equation. We can take any degree polynomial equation, not alone the 2-degree quadratic equation. We can take any degree polynomial equation. See here the degree is n degree polynomial equation have been considered here. See, here it is given that z0, this complex number, is the root of the polynomial equation. This equation. So what is the root? That means the root solves the equation. A number which solves this equation is called as the root of the equation. Therefore, if it solves, means P of z0 is equal to a n z0 power n plus a n minus 1 z0 power n minus 1 plus up to etc. plus a z0 plus z0 equal to 0. Right? Now what we have to prove is z0 bar is also the root. Therefore, we should show that P of z0 bar is equal to 0. Okay, so we are substituting z0 instead of x, z0 bar instead of x, right? So a n minus 1 z0 bar power n minus 1 plus etc. plus a z0 bar plus a naught is equal, so a naught this itself. Okay, see here the bar is alone for z0, right? So we already know that the bar can be applied for the powers also. So a n z naught power n the whole bar plus a n minus 1 z naught power n minus 1 the whole bar plus etc. plus a z naught bar plus a naught. Okay. Okay. So now listen here. This can be written as, see, we already know that the conjugate, so suppose AR is a real number. So conjugate of AR can be written as AR bar. This both will be same. AR and AR bar will be the same when AR is a real number. Okay, see here an minus 1, these are the real coefficients, right? We have seen in the statement of the theorem, these are the real coefficients. Therefore, what we are going to take this, we are going to take this bar for this whole term including the coefficients, that is an z naught power n the whole bar plus an minus 1 z naught power n minus 1 the whole bar plus up to etc. plus a z naught bar plus a naught. Okay, see a naught, this can be written as a naught bar. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to combine this bar. Okay, what happens, this bar can be combined when the operation is plus. So we are combining this becomes whole bar. We already know that, we see that p of x z naught is equal to, this value is equal to 0. So we are getting this value right here. So for this accepting the bar, for this we can take the value as 0. This is equal to 0 bar. Since 0 bar is also equal to 0, so we have proven that p of z naught bar is equal to 0. For z naught bar is also the root of the given polynomial equation. Okay, can you understand? Now let us move on to the next. See, next there is some theory, they have given a theory. See, what number is this? It is 2, you can say it is an integer, it is a real number. Okay, is this a complex number? Is this a complex number? Actually, இதை பார்த்தோம் நம்ம என்ன சொல்லிடலாம், this is not a complex number, this is a real number, or this is an integer னா சொல்லுவோம். This is not a complex, because complex number எப்படி இருக்குன்னா a plus ib or alpha plus I beta will be in the format of like this. This also can, but I am saying this is a complex number. How? This 2 can be written as 2 plus I 0. Right? Here the b's value will be 0. Then this is a complex number. So we have to differentiate the original complex number and this type of complex number. How can we differentiate? Therefore, some authors said this type of complex number as non-real complex numbers. Complex numbers are, see, this has the imaginary parts, but here there is no imaginary part. Therefore, it is called as this part, a plus I beta. This type of number is also called as imaginary numbers. For differentiating this type of complex number and this type of complex number, they have said this is a non-real complex number, or they have said this is an imaginary number. Okay. Next, they have given an example 3.8. What they have given in the example? So they are given, they are asked us to find monic polynomial equation. Okay, find the monic polynomial equation of minimum degree with real coefficients. Or they are given with real number coefficients. Okay, having 2 minus root 3i as a root. So what we are going to find? We are going to find the monic polynomial. What's monic polynomial? That is the higher degrees coefficient. The higher degree variable irukku, adoda coefficient vandu 1 ah irukum. Like this, x square plus bx plus c equal to 0. See here the coefficient of x square is 1. Therefore, this is called as a monic polynomial. We have to find this type of polynomial equation with minimum degree with real coefficient. The coefficients should be, this is the question given. They have also given a root like this, that is 2 minus root 3i. From this, from the before theorem, complex conjugate theorem, what we have find, Suppose z naught is a root, there will be another root that is called as, that is its conjugate, z naught bar. Here they have given 2 plus root I, so root 2 minus root 3I as a root, and we can find another root as 2 plus root 3I. So the two roots are 2 plus root 3I and 2 minus root 3I. So now we are going to find the harmonic polynomial equation. So see, here we have only two roots, therefore the obtaining polynomial equation will be a quadratic equation. So how can we find the quadratic equation? Like this, right? First one, summation 1 is equal to sum of the roots. What is the sum of the roots? 2 plus root 3I plus 2 minus root 3I. Here minus root 3I plus 3I gets cancelled, so the value is 4. Again summation 2, that is product of the roots. 2 plus root 3I into 2 minus root 3I. When we multiply this both, 2 into 2, 4. And then here is plus 2 root 3I. And then on multiplying this, we get minus 2 root 3I. At last, see this term. See, plus into minus, minus. Root 3 into root 3, we get only 3. Okay, that is root 3 the whole square, the square root term and the square term gets cancelled, so we get only 3. Okay, 3 into, see here we have I into I, that is I square. We know, we have already seen in this lower classes, I square value is minus 1, that is minus 1. So here minus 3 into minus 1, what we get is plus 3. See, this term and this term gets cancelled, so the value is 7. Now we can write the quadratic equation, right? What's the quadratic equation? X square, okay, x square minus sum of the roots into x. Here sum of the roots is 4 minus 4 into x plus product of the roots, that is 7 equal to 0, which is the required harmonic polynomial equation. Okay. This would be easy. In the following exercise also they have given sums in this type of questions. Okay, next we are going to move on to the next subdivision, that is 3.4.2. 3.4.1, what root is that? It is a imaginary root. Now it is irrational root. Irrational roots. We have learnt irrational numbers. What is irrational roots? The roots will be in the form of irrational numbers. Okay. See, for this we are assuming a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 with rational coefficient. What is that? Rational coefficient. That is the coefficient terms c, b, a will be the rational numbers. In this type, how will we solve this? How will we find the roots? Through this we can find the del, that is determinant value. Suppose del oda value 0 and this has two roots, right? Since it is a quadratic equation, this has two roots, that is r1 and r2. Okay. So, okay. See, del oda value 0 and the roots oda value r1 and r2 will be equal to 0. See, we have seen this in the 3.1 chapter itself. Okay. And then suppose root of del is rational, means r1 and r2, the roots will be rational. Okay. Suppose root of del is irrational, then r1 and r2, that is the roots will be irrational. Okay. This is the theory in this part. What is given? If it is a quadratic equation whose coefficients a, b, c will be is rational coefficient, means, see, this is, since it is a quadratic equation, we have two roots r1 and r2. The del value, that is discriminant value, that is if discriminant value is del equal to 0, then the roots will be equal to 0. See, so for this rational coefficients, if the del square root of del oda value rational and this now, the two roots will be rational. Otherwise, the square root of del oda value irrational and this now, the two roots will be irrational. Now, an important number, we are going to see the important number term or number format we can see. See, a plus or p plus root q. This type of terms. Here p and q are definitely rational numbers. We are taking these two as rational numbers. Okay, if these two terms are rational numbers, root q will be surely it will be irrational numbers. We know this type of numbers, right? Surely it will be. When combining the rational number and irrational number, we get this as irrational numbers. Okay, this type of irrational number, this can be called as surds. The important number format or important number format we can say it in max, that is surds. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நம்பர் ஃபார்மேட் irrational இருக்கு அப்படின்னா இதை நம்ம எப்படி சொல்லலாம் அப்படின்னா surds அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். ஓகே, எப்படின்னா PQ இந்த தனித்தனி இது வேல்யூஸ் வந்து ரேஷ்னலாக இருக்குது, பட் ரூட் கியூவோட வேல்யூ ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலாக இன்ரேஷ்னலாக ஆயிடும். ஸோ இதை கம்பைன் பண்ணும்போது ரேஷ்னல் அண்ட் irrational, when we are combining we get the irrational numbers. This type of irrational numbers is called as surds. Suppose for example a plus b into root 2, surely it is an irrational number, right? Suppose they have given this as q. Q means rational numbers. Suppose இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நம்பர் கொடுத்து இதை வந்து rational numbers, how is it possible? Surely we can see, when we are seeing this we can say it surely as a irrational number, but how is it possible when this is belongs to q, that's rational number? How is it possible? This becomes 0. How? When the value of b is equal to 0, the value of the number will be a. A is surely a rational number. Okay. So next they have given a theorem, that is theorem 3.3. Okay, what they have given is they have taken let p and q be rational numbers. Rational numbers and root q be irrational. These are the statement of this theorem. Suppose p plus root q is a root of quadratic equation with rational. Now we are dealing with the rational coefficients, right? So rational coefficients, then we have to prove, what you have to prove, that p minus root q is also the root. First, understand the statement of the same equation. Understand the theorem first. Okay, what they have given, let they have taken two rational numbers p and q, and root q definitely will be a rational number. Suppose p plus root q, this type of surd is a root of a quadratic equation with rational coefficient. We have to prove that p minus root q is also a root of the same quadratic equation. Okay, now for this, now we are going to consider a monic quadratic equation. What is monic quadratic equation? The coefficient of x square will be 1. We can also prove this for non-monic quadratic equation in the same way that we are going to prove for monic equation. Okay, so let us consider a monic quadratic equation, x square plus bx plus c equal to 0. That is, consider this equation as a monic quadratic equation. They are given the root is t plus root q. This is a root where p and q are the rational numbers and root q is a irrational numbers. So now let us take the another root b. Since it is a quadratic equation, there will be another root. There will be two roots. One root is given here. Let us take it as alpha. Okay. Now what you are going to find, summation 1, which is alpha, sum of the roots, alpha plus p plus root q equal to, from this, minus b. Okay, so alpha plus root q alone, we are going to take this side, is equal to minus b minus q. Let us take this as yes. Okay, this value as s. Therefore what will be the value of alpha? S minus root q. Okay, now I'm going to take the mixed value, that is summation 2, which is equal to product of the roots, alpha into p plus root q. See what is the value of alpha from this equation. Let us have this as 1. From 1 we can take the alpha's value, that is s minus root q into p plus root q. So on multiplying this, yes, p minus q taking as one term, and then we are taking another term. Okay, s minus p into root q. Okay, when we multiply and we are taking two terms. Okay, sp minus q as one term, so here will be plus s minus p into root q will be another term. This is definitely which is equal to summation 2, right? Summation 2 will be equal to plus c, which is equal to plus c. See here in the question, the statement in the what they are given is the coefficient of the quadratic equation is rational number. So c is the rational number, right, which is equal to q. But consider this type, that is sp minus q some value plus s minus p into root q. See, this is in the format of irrational numbers, right? Which is equal to c, which belongs to q means. Search explanation பார்க்கும்போது நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? Here இந்த மாதிரி ஃபார்மேட் ரேஷனல் நம்பராக இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா இதோட வேல்யூ வந்து 0-ஆக இருக்கும், right? So the value of this will be 0, that is s minus p into root q ஓட வேல்யூ என்னவா இருக்கும்? S minus p ஓட வேல்யூ 0, therefore we can write s minus p equal to 0. From this we can write s is equal to p. We already found that s நம்ம என்ன எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம்? minus p minus b அப்படின்னு எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம் இல்லையா? So that is alpha minus root q is equal to s. This is how we got from the first one. Therefore alpha is equal to s plus root q, that is s is equal to p, therefore p plus root q. Since in the question they have given p minus root q is what is that? P minus root q, sorry, it's plus q, therefore we get minus here. In the question they have given p plus root q is already a root they have given in the question. Now we have find that another root alpha is p minus root q, therefore definitely minus root q is also a root of the quadratic equation. Okay, now let us see the example 3.9. okay, 3.9 they have asked us to find a polynomial equation. Find a polynomial equation of minimum degree with rational coefficients. What? Rational coefficient. In this chapter we are mainly dealing with the nature of the coefficients of polynomial equations, so this is the main thing we have to know. Okay, with rational coefficients, so they have given a root 2 minus root 3 as a root. So we have to find a polynomial equation. Okay, with minimum coefficient they have given, see 2 minus root 3 already they have given us a root. From this we can write its conjugate, that is 2 minus root 3 as another root. Okay, this will be one root and this will be another root. So with these two we can find the sum of the roots is 2 plus root 3 plus 2 minus root 3. The value will be 4. When minus root 3 and plus root 3 gets cancelled, summation 2 is equal to product of the, that is 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. What we get? 2 into 2, 4 plus 2 root 3 and then minus 2 root 3, and then we get minus into plus minus root 3 into root 3 as 3. This term and this term gets cancelled, therefore 4 minus 3 is 1. With this we can write the quadratic equation, right? That is x squared minus sum of the roots is 4x plus product of the roots is 1 equal to 0. This is the required polynomial equation. Okay, now let us move on to the next example. See, the examples and the sums in this chapter will be very easy because we will be finding the equations alone. Okay, see, in example 3.10 what they have asked is like the same, they find a polynomial equation with rational coefficient. Sorry, here they are given with integer coefficient. We have to find, this is the main thing, integer coefficients. Okay, integer coefficients with they are given the root as root of root 2 divided by root 3 as the root. Okay, since they have given root of root 2 divided by root 3 as a root, we can take the factor as x minus root of root 2 divided by root 3. Yes, first chapter என்ன பார்த்தோம், ஒரு ஆல்ஃபான்னு ஒரு ரூட் இருந்துச்சுன்னா எக்ஸ் மைனஸ் ஆல்ஃபான்றது வந்து அந்த ஈக்குவேஷனுக்கு ஃபேக்டராக இருக்கும். Like the same way, since root of root 2 divided by root 3 is a root, we can take x minus root of root 2 divided by root 3 as a factor. Okay, in order to take this outer square root, we are taking another one factor. Okay, see here the factor is x minus root of root 2 divided by, now the another one factor we are considering x plus root of root 2 divided by root 3. Okay, ஃபேக்டர்லேருந்து நம்ம எப்படி ஈக்குவேஷன் கண்டுபிடிக்க அந்த ஃபேக்டர்ஸை நம்ம மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணால் நமக்கு கிடச்சிடும். எக்ஸ் மைனஸ் ரூட் ஆஃப் root 2 divided by root 3 into x plus root of root 2 divided by root 3. When we get multiplied, first term is x square, then this term and this term is root of root 2 divided by root 3 into x minus term. Next, this term into this term minus root of root 2 divided by root 3 into x, and the last term is minus into plus minus. See, in the multiply பண்ணும்போது the outer square root gets cancelled because of square of this term. Okay, therefore root 2 divided by root 3, this term and this term gets cancelled, the value will be x square minus root of 2 divided by root of. See what they were asking, they have asked us polynomial equation with integer coefficient, but this is not an integer, right? This is not an integer, so again we are going to take this as a factor, x square minus root 2 divided by root 3, and another factor as x square plus root 2 divided by root 3. In the same way we are going to multiply this. When multiplying we get x square plus root 2 divided by root 3 into x, so this is x power 4 plus root 2 divided by root 3 into x square minus root 2 divided by root 3 into x square, minus into minus plus we get 2 divided by 3. This term and this term gets cancelled, so the final equation what we get is x power 4 plus 2 divided by 3. This is the factor, this can be written as the equation, x power 4 plus 2 divided by 3 equal to 0, and we take 3x power 4 plus 2 will be equal to 0. This is the required polynomial equation with integer coefficients. See here the coefficients are integer, so we have find that. So in the middle they have given a theorem, right? 3.4. What they have given is, we can say it in oral, okay? Theorem 3.4. Suppose for a polynomial equation with rational coefficients, that is for a polynomial with rational coefficient, root p and root plus root q, if this is a root, or the other roots will be root p minus root q, minus root p plus root q, minus root p minus root p. If this is a root, these three terms will also be the root of the given polynomial equation with the rational coefficients. Okay, this can be asked in a 1 mark question. So next we are going to move on to the last subdivision, that is 3.4.3, that is rational roots. Last thing we have seen irrational roots. Now we are going to see irrational roots. This simple எப்படி understand பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னா, for a quadratic equation dx plus c equal to 0, when these coefficients are integers. Okay, we are taking an integer coefficient with roots as rational roots. This is possible if and only if the value of del is perfect square. This is an important 1 mark question. See, for a quadratic equation with the integer coefficient, when the roots are rational, this is possible only if del oda value வந்து ஒரு perfect square ஆ இருக்கும் அப்படி சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. Okay, we can move on to the example 3.11. there are given 3 examples, right? It will be very easy. So what they are given is show that the equation 2x square minus 6x plus 7 equal to 0 cannot be satisfied by, not satisfied by real values of x. என்ன ப்ரூஃப் பண்ணணும்? இந்த ஈக்குவேஷனை எக்ஸுக்கு ரியல் வேல்யூஸ் வந்து அக்செப்ட் பண்ணாது. தட் மீன்ஸ் இதோட ரூட்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கணும்? இமேஜினரியாக இருக்கணும். லிட்ரலி அதான் மீனிங். இப்போ இதில் எக்ஸோட வேல்யூ வந்து ரியல் வேல்யூஸாக இருக்கக்கூடாதுன்னா the value of the roots should be imaginary. So how can we find the nature of the roots? This is a quadratic equation, therefore we can find the discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac. Here the value of a is 2, the value of b is 6 and the value of c is 7. b square value is 36 minus 4 into 2 into 7, 4 2s are 8. So 8 7 is 57. 36 minus 56 is equal to minus 20, which is less than 0. Okay, when the value of del is less than 0, definitely we have seen when we are seeing the quadratic equation, right? So definitely roots are imaginary. Okay, roots are imaginary na enna artham? The roots வந்து real values இருக்காது. அது x ஓட வேல்யூ வந்து real values இருக்காது அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. Now let us see the next example. Example 3.12. இது என்ன கொடுத்துருக்காங்க? If x square plus 2 into k plus 2 into x plus 9k is equal to 0 has equal roots. Find k. The quadratic equation oda roots வந்து ஈக்குவலா இருக்குன்னு சொல்லிருக்காங்க. That means equal roots del oda value 0 ஆ இருந்தானா roots வந்து ஈக்குவலா இருக்கும். So first we are going to find the del value of del. See here b oda value என்ன? a oda value is 1, b oda value is minus of 2 into k plus 2 and then c oda value வந்து 9k. Okay, del oda value என்ன? b square minus 4ac. What is b square? Minus 2 becomes 4 into k plus 2 the whole square minus 4 into 1 into 9 into k. That is 9 4s are 36 k. Okay. See, we have given, they are given that it has equal roots. Therefore del equal to 0. This can be taken as equal to 0. Therefore we can take the 4 outside. K plus 2 the whole square minus 9k equal to 0. K square, we are expanding this, k square plus 4k plus 4 minus 9k equal to 0. Therefore k square minus 5k plus 4 equal to 0. We can as 1, sorry, k minus 4 into k minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore k oda value, k is equal to 4 or 1. This is the question. We have to find the value of k. So we have find the value of k, k oda value 4 or 1. Now let us see the next example 3.13. Example 3.13. What they are given? Show that if p comma q comma r are rational, the roots of the equation x square minus 2px plus p square minus q square plus 2qr minus r square equal to 0 are rational. Right. So in the if these terms p q r are rational, see these terms contribute to the coefficients of this equation. Okay, rational, they are given a equation, then we have to prove that the roots are rational. The roots formed from this equation are rational. We can prove this. நம்ம இதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு தியரி பார்ட் பார்த்தோம். ஒரு ஈக்குவேஷன், குவாட்ரட்டிக் ஈக்குவேஷனுக்கு இன்டீஜர் கோஎஃபிஷியன்ட்ஸ் இருந்து அதோட ரூட்ஸ் வந்து ரியலாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா the டெல்லோட வேல்யூ இஸ் பர்ஃபெக்ட் ஸ்கொயர். See, if we want to prove the roots are rational, we have to prove that the value of del is a perfect square. So from this a order value is 1, B oda value 2p and C oda value is p square plus q square plus 2qr. Okay, what is the value of del b square minus 4ac? What is b square? 4p square minus 4 into a into this term, that is 4 into this term can be written as p plus this is p square minus q square, p square minus q square plus 2qr minus r square. See, when we multiply this, what we get here is 4p square minus 4p square, that can be gets cancelled, therefore minus q square plus minus 4 will be there, minus 4 into minus q square plus 2qr minus r square. When we multiply this 4, this minus this side, 4 will be as it is, q square minus 2qr plus r square. Okay, this can be written as 4 can be written as 2 the whole power 2 into q plus r the whole square. This is q plus r the whole square, q square plus 2q minus 2qr plus r square. This can be written as the whole square. Therefore 2 into q plus r the whole square. Since this is a perfect square, the value of del is a perfect square, we can say that the roots are rational. Okay, we have proven this example. The last one, that is 3.5. This is this unit, that is this chapter is application of polynomial equation, where it has been applied in many fields. Application of polynomial equation in geometry. It is a favorite part of maths, right? Geometry. It deals with the shapes of the many shapes. Okay, see, they are given an example. We can easily observe how the polynomial equations are applied in geometry from this example. What they are given is, prove that the line cannot intersect a circle at more than 2 points. என்ன கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, ரெண்டு ஷேப்ஸ் இருக்குது. they have given two shapes, that is circle and a line. ஸோ ஒரு லைன் ஒரு சர்க்கிள் இருக்குது. see, ஒரு லைன் வந்து இன்டர்செக்ட் ஆகுதுன்னா, it intersect the circle, the line intersect the circle at only 2 points. எப்படி போட்டாலும் இப்படி போட்டாலும் it intersects the circle at only this some other 2 points. Okay, this, how can we prove this in an equation? So the standard equation of the line is y equal to mx plus c. We have learned it in the quadratic geometry, right? And the standard equation of the circle, x square plus y square is equal to r square, where r is the radius of the circle. Okay, this is the standard equation of the line and this is the standard equation of the circle. So how can we find the point of intersection? When we solve these two equations, what the roots we are getting, that will be the point of intersection. Okay, now we are substituting the value of y as mx plus 2 in this equation, that is x square plus mx plus c the whole square is equal to r square. What we get, x square plus m square x square plus c square. This is a plus b the whole square format, right? M square x square a square plus b square is plus c square plus 2ab m x c. This my r square can be taken this side, that is minus r square equal to 0. So now we are taking the x terms alone, x terms. When you are taking x square common, 1 plus m square, and then x term plus 2mx into c plus 2mcx, this term, and then the constant term as minus r square. Okay, see here, what is the type of equation here? Here it is x square, that is monic quadratic equation. For a quadratic equation, there will be two roots. right? Therefore there will be only 2 point of intersection for a line and a circle. It has been proven in this format. Okay, so now exercise 3.2, exercise 3.2, this is the assignment for you all. Now let me give you some hints for the, there is only 5 questions. Let me give you some hints. The first question, what they are given is, if k is real, we have to discuss the nature of roots. Roots of the polynomial equation, that is 2x square plus kx plus k equal to 0. They are given a polynomial equation. See, this polynomial equation is of degree 2, therefore it is a quadratic equation. For this we have to discuss the nature of the roots. Nature of the roots நம்ம discuss பண்றதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணுவோம், del கண்டுபிடிப்போம், right? Del கண்டுபிடிச்சு, suppose del ஓட value 0 வா இருந்தா the roots will be imaginary. Okay, if del is equal to 0, the roots will be equal. Okay, suppose the del oda value is greater than 0, that is positive, the roots are real and distinct. In this type, you have to find the del value, and in terms of k, you have to discuss the nature of the roots like this. Okay, and in the second, third and fourth question, it is the same type of question. What they have given is, find the polynomial equation of degree, minimum degree with rational coefficient. The second question, they are having the root as 2 plus root 3i. See, இதே மாதிரி நம்ம எக்ஸாம்பிள் பார்த்தோம். இதோட இன்னொரு ரூட் என்ன எழுதலாம், 2 minus root 3i. From this நம்ம sum கண்டுபிடிச்சு ப்ராடக்ட் கண்டுபிடிச்சு we can write the equation. அதே மாதிரி தேர்ட் equation அதே தான், find a polynomial equation of minimum degree with rational coefficients having root as 2i plus 3. இது எப்படி எழுதலாம், 3 plus 2i. See, இதோட காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் கான்ஜுகேட் எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா 3 minus root 2. These are the roots. Therefore, we can find the quadratic equation by finding the sum of the roots and the product of the roots, and we can finally find the equation. See, fourth equation. Fourth question என்ன கொடுத்துருக்காங்கன்னா, அதே மாதிரி தான், find a polynomial of equation of minimum degree with rational coefficient having root 5 minus root 3i. இது வந்து ஒரு காம்ப்ளிகேட்டடான ஒரு கொஸ்டின். ஸோ நல்லா அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். ஹியர் தே ஹாவ் கிவன் 2 ரேஷனல் நம்பர்ஸ், அதை வச்சு ஒரு காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் நம்பர் எழுதியிருக்கான். ஸோ இதோட இன்னும் ரூட்ஸ்லாம் என்ன வரும்னா, நம்ம நடுவில் வந்து ஒரு தியரம் பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா, ரூட் பி ப்ளஸ் ரூட் கியூவோட ஒரு ரூட்டாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதர் ரூட்ஸ் வில் பி ரூட் பி மைனஸ் ரூட் கியூ மைனஸ் ரூட் பி ப்ளஸ் ரூட் கியூ மைனஸ் ரூட் பி மைனஸ் ரூட் கியூ, இந்த மாதிரி ஃபோர் ரூட்ஸ் வரும். ஸோ ஹியர் தே ஹவ் given only single root. We can find the other roots, root p plus root 3i minus root 5 minus root 3i and minus root 5 plus root 3i. These are the four roots of the given roots of the required equation. From this we can find the summation 1, summation 2, summation 3, summation 4, and we can find the polynomial equation. Okay guys, next the last one, fifth question. Prove that a straight line and parabola. நம்ம லாஸ்ட்ல என்ன பார்த்தோம், prove that the line cannot intersect a circle at more than 2 points. In the same way, here they have given not the line and the circle, they have given a line and parabola. For this you have to find the standard equation. We have to know the standard equation of the line and the standard equation of the parabola. What is the standard equation of the line? Y equal to mx plus c. And standard equation of the parabola will be equal to y square is equal to 4ax. Okay, இதே மாதிரியே தான், 2 பாயிண்ட்ல தான் அது வந்து இன்டர்செக்ட் ஆகும்னு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அதே மாதிரி தான் பேரபோலா எப்படி இருக்கும், இப்படி இருக்குமா, ஒரு லைன் எப்படி ட்ரா பண்ணாலும் இந்த டூ தான் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் ஈக்குவேஷன் இன்டர்செக்ஷனாக இருக்கும். இப்படி ட்ரா பண்ணாலும் இந்த 2 தான் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் இன்டர்செக்ஷன் ஆகும். லைக் த சேம் வே நம்ம 2 தான் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் ஈக்குவேஷன். அப்போனா நம்ம இதுலேருந்து கிடைக்கிற ஈக்குவேஷன் எப்படி இருக்கணும், குவாட்ரட்டிக் ஈக்குவேஷனாக இருக்கணும், லைட்டாக. ஸோ இதை ரெண்டையும் சால்வ் பண்ணுறோம். எப்படி ஒய்யோட வேல்யூ mx ப்ளஸ் சின்னு இந்த ஒய் ஸ்கொயர் டேர்மில் நம்ம சால்வ் பண்ணும்போது we get the quadratic equation. Therefore quadratic equationாக இருந்தால் we get the 2 roots. Therefore the line and the parabola intersect only at the 2 points. So these 5 sums are the assignment for you guys. Hope you have understand this chapter well. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you.